Ladies and gentlemen, this is a middleweight contest scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds of action for the Cage Rage Middleweight Championship of the World. With on my left, the challenger, Tony Fryklund. And on my right, the Cage Rage Middleweight Champion of the World, Anderson, the Spider Silva.
Pre-fight, Fryklund said he would like to give the crowd a knockout, a stoppage. How much do you think he will really try and go for this when the bell actually rings?
I think that's his only option, because if he stays on the outside and tries to play the pick you apart game, he's going to get murdered, but with high kicks and knees.
Tension builds, guys, as this one's about to start. The world middleweight title on the line.
Anderson.
Tony Fryklund, Anderson Silva.
Here we go, 3 rounds, world title. Any questions?
It's almost a damned if you do, damned if you don't thing for Tony Fryklund,
Remember,
because
there's
he's
no
got a
elbows to
height
a head of a downed
disadvantage.
opponent.
If he goes on the inside, he's going to have to
Do not
wallow
knee,
through the
kick,
big
or
knees
stop
of
the head
Anderson
of a downed
Silva,
opponent
who
unless
in the
up to an
clinch
open
is
guard.
devastating. But Tony has got to do something, and I think he's basically just got to go
Don't
out
grab
there
the
and maul and brawl his way
say stop,
and hurt
you
Anderson.
stop.
Nobody so far in cage rage has
gloves, get ready for
been able
war.
to do that, and that's hurt Anderson.
But on that note, I mean, if you get into the clinch with Silva, generally you're in a bit of trouble. You know, he's not someone you really want to be in a clinch with, and we saw him fight last.
In a way, it does put Lee Murray's
Here we go, world
decision
title. Are you ready?
in perspective.
Are you
I mean,
ready?
he went the distance with Anderson. I think he's the only one at Cage Rage to do so.
That's right, he is.
Yeah, Lee Murray showed a lot of guts in doing that. Tony Fryklund coming out, realizing, if he didn't before, that Anderson is a southpaw. Tony, his weapon of choice to open things up would be a straight right. Tony circling away from Anderson's left high kick. Anderson being patient.
Taking his time.
See, this is, Fryklund is using a pretty good game plan so far. He hasn't really landed too much other than that little clipping low kick, but he's staying away from the power of Anderson. And that would be the straight left hand or the left roundhouse kick, because he's moving to his left.
That's right, the straight right hand left hook, good counter to Silva. This is what he's got to work against.
That's where Silva's combinations pay off.
And Silva's starting to pull on the heat. Oh, good knee.
Full knees. And we were just saying pre-fight, probably the most dangerous knees for a striker out there.
Yep, and this is what Tony's got to do. He's got to keep his head up top. Okay, Tony going for a clinch. Tony's got to be careful here. He's keeping his head up nice and high, because if his head goes down low, it could eat a knee. But Anderson chopping the body.
Yes, with those knees man to the side as well, the rib cage burying the knees there.
We saw him finish Jorge Rivera nicely from that same position. Good uppercut, beautiful leg kick. And
Flying knee, and it landed.
it's those leg kicks and a kick to the fight, a knee to the fight that drops Fryklund. Silva asserting his world dominance here as champion. And it's over. It's over.
Superb.
This is why this man is middleweight champion of the world.
That was unbelievable. We've seen a back knuckle. That was a back elbow, a right back elbow. I have never seen that move yet in Cage Rage.
And you can see everybody's mouth is open as you look around the arena.
That's
nobody is
seeing
seeing it.
movies.
Wow.
See that in movies, not in a real fight.
That was straight out of Ongbak.
Unbelievable.
Straight out of Ongbak. It was a reverse. He didn't spin. It was not a spinning elbow. This was one of the most amazing. Look at this. He throws it from here. Watch this. Oh, what a shot.
Beautiful. You're right. You just do not see that technique used.
No, that was just beautiful. And there's the respect. Anderson knows that Tony came here to put his heart on the line, and he did, but his body failed him. Once he got that shot inside the chin, it was all over.
This is one for the replays the world over.
That was beautiful. It was on the temple, it looked like.
Amazing shot.
And how do you get power from that? Look at he's got his hands down.
His timing as well to go through the channel like that so clearly.
Man, that was impressive. I can't believe it.
Really sharp elbow from Silva.
Like I said before, in karate they have the back knuckle, but now we have the Anderson Silva back elbow.
And it was the way his body moved. He turned right and then.
It's also had to be deceptively fast because, as you said, it's not one you could disguise. It's not something easy. You normally throw it in a combination and stuff like that. You know.
I think, Rob, you mentioned to me that Anderson Silva always did something new and always stayed ahead of his competition. Now he's seeing inventing these new moves that are straight out of the movie Ong Bak from Thailand.
It's unreal. I mean, you cannot stand and Thai fight this guy. I mean, Stephen, who would you like to see Silva fight?
Yeah,
we must thank one of our sponsors, Blitz, for supplying all the gloves and a lot of the shorts that the fighters are
Maybe
wearing.
Rio Chonam would be a good fight.
And also sportsbetting1on1.com. Nuts Magazine, keep an eye out in Nuts Magazine for us, ladies and gentlemen. And the trophies and the belt will be presented by the chairman of Sports Betting 1on1, Stephen Bamford.
Well, guys, what a way to finish our tenure here at Wembley Conference Centre before we move on.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember,
that's right, history was made here tonight as Anderson Silva kept hold of his title. The next time you see Cage Rage, ladies and gentlemen, we will be at the Wembley Arena.
2 minutes, 2 seconds of round one, we have a winner, and still the Cage Rage middleweight champion of the world, Anderson the Spider Silva!
On the horizon, the only challenge that I see Anderson getting would be from Washington.
That would be a great fight. I agree with you. It would be a good fight.
Because right now, Anderson doesn't have a lot of competition. He's cleaned out the drawers, basically.
I think we're possibly going to see that later on this year. I think it's a fight that makes sense.
It really does, because you've got two world-class athletes, you have world-class productions. Because Anderson...
ladies and gentlemen, remember the Cage Rage album, July the 1st. The soundtrack album. And ladies and gentlemen, 28th of May, Caesars Palace, Streatham, Cage Rage contenders.
It's got to wrap it up. I'll speak to Franklin soon. Yeah, let me wrap the show up. 2 seconds.
So here we go, look, guys. The cage here at the Wembley Conference Centre for the last time. Next time we're sat in front of a monitor like this, it'll be at Wembley Arena.
I can hardly wait. My whole life I've heard nothing but great things about the soccer matches at Wembley Stadium, and now we're slowly moving up. Going from the conference center to the arena, our stadium is next.
Well, from Cage Rage 7 to Cage Rage 16, we've been here. It's been home at the Wembley Conference Centre, but it is time to say farewell and move on, and only good things can come of it.
DVDs, clothing, the lot.
Anderson, another win under your belt. Okay, so, you know, was there any specific training for that move?
Não, na verdade, nosso treino sempre em cima do que a gente, nossa arte marcial mãe, que é o boxe tailandês, o Muay Thai.
I have trained a lot of Muay Thai for that, and that's all it is. That's all that he said. He trained Muay Thai quite a lot for that. That's all that it is.
Excellent. Well done. Great win.